Hello there! Welcome to the Clark Side. I am Clark. Before we begin, please remember to touch that like button, subscribe to join the Skeleton Crew, and if you enjoy the content on this channel, check out the links in the description below. It really means a lot for some support, and thank you so much. And now, we delve back into the Slaying Stone. When we last left off, you had all gone to meet with your employer on a particular mission. You had your different reasons for being there, but what remains the same was your need for gold and renown and other things, kind of make a name for yourself. You met an old woman named Triona, who claimed that a fallen city, once known as Kiris Dawn, has been taken over by goblins for about 8 years now, and is now known as Gorizbad. She believes there is a powerful magical artifact called a Slaying Stone hidden somewhere within the city. The Slaying Stone has the power to kill any creature you aim it at. Now, she's not too worried about what the goblins themselves do with it, and she explains to you that the stone only works within the vicinity of the town. What worries her, she says, is if the stone were to be taken out and reverse engineered, it could reignite the last war. And with that, she has bid you good luck and given you a map of the city. It's a small city, relatively speaking. One moment. And we're back. This is the city. She tells you, as she points to different sections of the map, at the south entrance is the main gate. I imagine the goblins will be most heavily guarded around there. The uppermost area is the former mansion of the rulers there, the Kiris family. The hot springs is below it. The rest of these areas I am not intimately familiar with. She says to you, your greatest troubles getting in will be deciding how you enter. You can try to sneak through the front gate, but I don't recommend it. The forests are thick and overgrown, thinnest towards the north, but if you come in through the west, you will also have to deal with the river and the farmlands, and you will enter a dilapidated area of the city. How you enter, I leave up to you, but go knowing what you're getting into. The goblins will likely have ransacked the place and are probably heavily on the lookout. What would you like to do?
I would like to thank her for the info.
She nods and says, I wish that I could go myself, but I'm about 77 now, and I can barely move about my house, let alone travel through the wilderness.
If you were us, what would you do? Like, what advice would you have?
Try not to make a lot of noise. So yeah, pretty much don't get caught.
Yeah, thanks.
Makes sense.
Oh, and she also, from the last session, she gave you 3 special scrolls. she said she believes that the stone could be in any of these places that have been marked on the map. Towards just after the gate, she does elaborate and say those are slums and may not likely have the stone, but places closer towards the upper middle area of the city may have it. And these scrolls will identify when it is within vicinity. Or when it is within... basically when you're with hot or cold, basically. When it's close. You will receive your pay when you bring me evidence of the stone's destruction. Or bring me the stone unused itself, and I will annihilate it. Can you handle this?
Yeah, I think we can handle it.
Very well. I bid you farewell and good luck. Alright, so is there any other last minute stuff you want to do before you guys head out?
I think there's much we can do.
Alright.
There's only so much level 1s can really do, so...
Right.
Let's just go.
Right. Now we gotta figure out how to get in the city, right?
Yes.
I mean, getting in, is getting in going to be a problem? It's getting to the higher ups, isn't it?
It depends on how you enter. A partly cloudy sky, freshly emptied of rain, stretches above you. Only a few wispy clouds dapple the sunlight. Before you is the muddy land stretching between you and the city. It slows your progress as you slop through the muck. Finally, after the hours dwindle away to evening, does Gorizbad take the shape on the horizon. Surrounded by an outer layer of trees, and then a river after that, the city seems quiet. Dotting the landscape are dim lights, lanterns held by goblin patrols. The lights seem more active around the main entrance, a drawbridge and gate to the south. Meanwhile, fewer lights dot the riverbanks into some southern slums, and the least lights linger about a mile further upriver in the thick forest. How do you wish to approach?
Quietly?
Quietly.
I mean, I'd say if we're trying to not get caught, our best bet is going into the thick part of the forest to where the least amount of lights is at.
Alrighty. In that case, I'll need some folks to start making some ability checks. Alright. We'll start with you, Christian.
Yes.
Let's see real quick. Roll me either a nature check, a perception check, or a stealth check.
Definitely going with nature on that.
Alrighty.
That's not great.
That is exactly what you need to pass.
Oh, that is great.
God.
Alright, as you weave through the thick woods, you're able to keep an eye out. You recognize different levels of foliage you pick paths based off of what would naturally cover up your tracks the most, avoiding vines that might snare you and trip you up, and roots that would do likewise.
Yay me.
Alrighty. Karen. Let's see. You can roll. What would you like to do? As you as a group are moving through this forest, what would you like to do to help ease your travel or improve your odds of success?
I'm always ready for this because even though I'm good at it, doesn't mean I'm gonna roll good for it. But so maybe if I go on ahead with my stealth skill, I can like pick the path that will cause the least amount of like problems for us.
Yeah. Yeah,
Maybe?
absolutely. Yeah, if you would like to do that, that sounds perfect. Roll me a stealth check.
Oh god. Yep. Ugh!
Oh no.
Every single time, man.
Let's see.
I'm not surprised.
Looks like the DC for that is not a 12.
Yeah, not a 9 either. So might as well just.
No, actually, it's an 8.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
you are up in the upper parts of the city where there are the fewest goblin patrols. So the ones that are there, you're able to kind of navigate around in the darkness.
Wow, the luck. The sheer luck.
All right.
Silencer managed to get right on it, and I managed to get right above it.
All right, Aaron, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
All right. What would you like to do with your character to aid in your group's sneaking through the woods? Yeah, just throw out any idea you've got.
Well, I think I'm going to stay in the back to make sure we're not being followed.
Yeah, you were breaking up a whole lot. I couldn't understand any of that.
You might have to type it all out.
Yeah, you might have to type it out into the chat. But that's okay.
See? It happens.
Yep, internet. It goes in and out. That's just life. Life with the internet.
Life with the internet.
Love, hate. That's how it
Life
goes.
with the internet.
Wouldn't trade it for the world, though.
So, we'll say, let's see. Okay, so you want to stay in the back to make sure you're not followed. In that case, look on the left side of your character sheet and roll perception. So you're keeping a keen ear and eye out. You do? Alright. As you are kind of keeping everybody on their toes, you do manage to remain aware of the movements of the goblins. So if you're not really paying attention, it's kind of easy for them to get close before you realize they're on you. But thanks to you, you have helped them kind of circumvent that. Alright. Christian, we'll go back to you, and thanks to Aaron's perception, you have a +2 on whatever check you make next.
Oh, heck yeah.
Alright, so you have helped them, you have basically helped avoid natural hazards and things. What do you want to do now? You can do that again, or you could try, let's see, you could try powering through some of this dense underbrush, moving around some of those fallen logs and things.
So do we have a general idea of how close we might be getting to inside the city or to any of the locations that might contain the stone?
You're pretty sure you're about halfway through the thickest part of the forest.
Gotcha.
Provided you don't have any setbacks, things are going pretty smoothly so far.
Well, then can I see if there are any animals around that I might be able to cast animal friendship on to see if they can cause a distraction and maybe draw some more goblins away?
That is absolutely something you can do. Let's see. We'll say you can roll either nature, animal handling, or perception, or even survival. Like any of those, one of those four, and you can absolutely do that.
Okay, well, animal handling is a +5, so I'll go with that.
Alrighty.
So
Oh,
it's a 13 with the +2. That would make it 15.
all right. You absolutely. You managed to hunt down what appears to be a small squirrel. It kind of peeks around and skitters over a branch and is hanging down and looking at you from above.
Okay.
And you want to cast Animal Friendship with it?
Yes.
All right, it is absolutely your buddy. Like, there's no point in even rolling for it. It's a derpy little squirrel. It is
Aw.
it is more than happy to be your friend. What do you want to do now that you've got your friend?
I want to get him to grab his buddies and just go make some noise to draw some goblins away from us to make it easier for us.
All right, roll animal handling with advantage, since it is your friend.
Okay. I'm just gonna have to roll it twice because I don't know how to do advantage from D&D Beyond.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. A 13 again.
Yeah. All right, so the squirrel kind of chitters at you, and then you see it bolt into a little knot in a tree, and you hear the echoes of its scampering around and its little chirping, and then all of a sudden, like 7 more squirrels leap out of that hole, and they bound from treetop to treetop. And in the distance, a few minutes later, you hear some goblins screaming. Yeah,
Perfect.
you can see some lights in the distance bobbing around, like, erratically. They actually weren't even heading towards you, but now they're heading, like, even further away than they were before. Dispersing even a little bit.
My squirrel army has succeeded.
We got squirrel army.
Alright, Karen. It's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, I mean, he drew away all of the problem stuff. There's not much else that we need to worry about aside from, getting there.
Yes.
So, just again, finding the quickest path that won't cause us any problems.
Yes. As a matter of fact, as you venture forward, the next problem presents itself, and it's the river. How do you want to cross the river?
That's a matter. Is there like a bridge of some sort, even like stones to cross, or?
Nope, the river seems to be about 2 feet deep at its deepest.
Oh, it's only 2 feet deep?
Yeah, it's about up to your waist or so.
Okay, so we don't have any 2 feet people.
Everybody's
Yes.
tall.
Yeah, no one's 2 feet tall in this campaign. So, what do you want to do?
Yes. I mean, how fast is the water going, or is it like a really still looking?
It's not very still. Like it is going enough for it to require some effort to get across.
And how wide is the river?
It's about 200 feet or so. It's a big, thick river.
What? Holy
Like,
crap!
this is a pretty wide river. Like, it's gonna take you a minute.
Okay. Would it be beneficial if we tied ourselves together with rope and then crossed?
Yeah, if you put we can let you put the wolf in front, and he can kind of help pull you guys with his doggy paddling. You tie yourself to Splinter, and then you tie each other to, one after the next, and then you have him kind of pull you across as you're all working together. All right, everybody roll me an athletics check with advantage.
With advantage.
Yes, with advantage.
Oh no. Huh, that's fine.
I got another 13 though.
All right, Aaron, roll athletics. All right, and we'll have Splinter roll athletics as well.
Did that do it?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, that didn't. Okay. 19. Yeah, Splinter.
Job.
It's a good boy.
As you all have your little tugboat train going across the river. Aaron's character, let's see, what is her name again? Audrey. Audrey seems like she's struggling a bit, but she is in the back, and the rest of you are managing to pull your weight against the push of the river. You do indeed make it through. Alright. You now can go directly to pretty much anywhere you want on the map that's on north. That's like north.
So we talking like building 8, 9, 7, 6, 5, 4?
Yeah, you're closest to 6, 5, and everything down from there.
Okay. Well, what do you guys think?
I'm looking at the map real quick. So
I'm thinking 6 has some good vibes.
that it does. I can agree with 6.
All right. All right, now that you've made it into the city, I'd like for you to make, for me, either a stealth check, an athletics check, a history check, or a stealth check.
That's it is.
So, stealth, athletics, or history?
Yes.
Okay. Does Splinter need to make one as well?
Yes, he absolutely can.
Okay, he'll make athletics. Oh, never mind. He'll make stealth. He's got a +4 on stealth. And I'm doing history. Oh, shoot.
Ooh. All right. Initially, Aurelia and Yeah, Aurelia and Andre, they're sneaking around. They're managing to keep a low profile, and you come across a bit of debris as you're making your way into the city. And rather than trying to, you're cutting through an alley and there's like just garbage all over the place. And you try to get past it and you knock over like everything.
Oops.
Guys, shh.
Sorry.
You are, however, in the city, and you definitely hear as you're just getting away from the alley and ducking into another abandoned building, or at least the nearest building you can get to that you hope is abandoned. You definitely hear that some goblins were like just about to come upon you.
Okay, but they didn't.
They did not.
Oh, what luck.
Loving the fluff.
As you enter this building and go past a door, your ears are filled with a similar chittering to the squirrels you met before, but this chittering is far more voluminous, far more numerous, far more hungry.
Well, this chittering sounds hungry.
That's not good.
Not like Splinter the squirrel.
So what happens?
1 second, and I will read. As you step forward, you then hear the rustling of tiny wings, followed by more low chitters and the sounds of hundreds of tiny claws clicking against stone.
Yeah. I like the sound of that.
And you can see the page we're on now, right? The map.
Yes.
Splinter is kind of anxious. He lets out a low growl. How do you wish to proceed?
There we are. Okay. Oh.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I say we just go ahead and take care of these little beasties.
Alrighty.
So let's go.
Roll initiative.
You know, let's hope not to die.
19. Good roll.
It's a great roll. Wish I had taken a rogue instead. It's okay. It's all good.
Alright. as you're entering, I want everyone to roll me a stealth check. As you are all trying to be stealthy, we'll see if you happen to catch any of these creatures by surprise. Yeah, Aurelia, you catch all of them by surprise.
Quiet little thing.
All right, give me a second.
As do you, Raven. As does, Splinter. None of the rodents seem to notice him yet.
Oh no.
Alright,
Man.
Zilster, you you do not get a surprise round.
I
Wow.
mean, I should have known when I was knocking stuff down in the city, I wouldn't be good at stealth.
Alright, so basically, Aurelia, you, you, Audrey, and Splinter all have 1 round to just go ham on these guys.
Oh, dear.
Alright, what do you want to do?
Alright, so the first one is this one, right?
Yes, he is skittering around over there. You see it's just, it looks like they're kind of almost bickering over a severed arm of a goblin. And it looks kind of old and moldy.
Gross. Sounds great. I don't want to get up close to these things. Can I? I'm like making sure. Can I get like over here, kind of deal, to be able to see, or is that blocked off?
Yeah, that's all blocked off. Like this, the black parts, like this, like that's all wall.
Okay, so I can go here though. Like I can
Yeah,
go
you can
around.
go there. This is a portcullis, so it's a bunch of bars.
Okay. All right. No, I just wanted to make sure I can hit them and then duck back over here.
Yeah, you can take a good shot at them.
I'm just making 5, 25, and I have 30, so yeah, I can like duck back under cover.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I'm just gonna take a. God, I hate that I have a sling. I'm gonna swing at it.
All right, roll it.
13,
That hits. Roll damage.
6.
All right, you flick your stone into the swarm of rodents, and it pops a couple of them. You see it squirm.
And I duck right back away. And that's it.
All right. Audrey, what would you like to do? You two can see the mass of rodents that has just been pelted with a pebble. Do you want to shoot them also? Do you want to... I think you know a cantrip. Do you want to cast a spell?
Hey Ben, as she's typing up what she wants to do, she is not in the turn order.
Oh,
in
she's
the
not...
turn tracker.
Oh,
No.
okay. Alright, I believe the one spell you have is Prestidigitation. What would you like to do with Prestidigitation? Yeah, because with Prestidigitation, you can light something on fire, you can make a smell, you can do a lot of different things, actually. Well, that's up to you whether or not you use it to make a good distraction. Let's distract them. Alright. roll a nature check for me real quick. We'll see if your character can think up a good distraction. All right. You cast Prestidigitation, and you make Splinter smell like a skunk. And it is now Splinter's turn.
Alright, it's the skunk's turn.
Yep, he smells like a skunk. I mean, what's the one thing that every other animal avoids ever? That is a skunk.
Yes, it is. I gotta get back into roll 20. My dog made me back out.
Ah.
Okay. Splinter is going to go ahead and move forward,
Alrighty.
and he's going to take a bite at the scurrying rat swarm.
Alrighty, roll that bite. Unfortunately, that is a miss as he snaps at them. Wait, no, you had advantage because you were hidden and they didn't know you were there. You do hit. A 14 is enough to hit.
So that hits.
Yes, you were hidden
Alright.
and you leapt out and chomped like he just scoops up a big handful of these rats and he's just swallowing them.
Gross.
How do I roll damage for that?
Oh, okay. If you mouse over, like where? Okay, so you in the chat window, like where in the log, mouse over where it says attack under his bite, next to his
just
actual
click
roll.
that?
Yeah, just click that.
Oh, look at that.
And normally you would be able to knock them prone, but it is a swarm of creatures, and they are not so easily proned.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
He's done. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And we are back to the top. Aurelia, it's your move. What would you like to do?
Will I still be able to hit the things from there, even though the dog was there?
He does give cover now because he's kind of in the way. So you could try and still pound a rock at it.
But I could hit the dog, is what you're telling me.
No, not unless, like, it's very unlikely that you'll hit the dog.
I'll just miss. Okay.
Yeah, you'll just miss.
Same to you.
That's not gonna miss.
Oh, that does not miss. You whip a rock around, and as, just as Splinter scooped up a big handful, one last splotch of these rodents that was clumped together just completely, broke apart as you smack that bunch of, they all scurry away and split.
Nice shot.
All right. Anything else?
With my little rock.
That it?
That's it.
Alrighty. And now the swarms. Alright, they have 30 feet of speed. One of them sweeps between the grates on the portcullis
No.
and lands up beside you, Aurelia.
Gross.
They're squeaking and chittering.
Miss.
Alright, they leap forward and chomp at you, but they do indeed miss. Alright, the next swarm sweeps through. And now the Sturges leap up. And they hungrily eye poor Splinter.
How could they?
They swoop over him with their filthy proboscises and they dive towards him. Ooh, looks like...
Oh, dang.
Yep, both hit. He takes a total of 8 damage. And on their turn, like, they both got him grabbed. And on their turns, they'll be able to use their action to deal 2d4 plus 1 points of piercing damage to him.
Jerks.
Alright, Zilstair, it's now your turn. What do you want to do?
Okay, well, I'm assuming Aurelia can take care of herself.
Yeah, we'll see.
So I am going to... I mean, I gotta go help my boy.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
understand. Please go help the doggo. The doggo
I'm
is
gonna-
more important than my life.
I don't want to use my last spell slot yet, though, so I'll go right there.
Mm-hmm.
And on that Sturge, I will use Primal Savagery.
Alrighty, roll your attack.
I don't have advantage, right?
You do not.
God damn it.
Actually, you do. The Sturge has latched onto Splinter because it is absolutely hungry. It is not happy about it because of how bad he smells.
Oh, good, good. I'm glad he's not happy for grappling my dog.
That is a hit. As you leap forward, your acidic claws spring from your fingers and drip with venom. You slash into the Sturge, and it squirms angrily.
That's all I have for my turn.
Alright, it's Splinter's turn. What does he want to do?
I think he'd like to... Can he take a bite at one of these Sturges that's latched onto him?
Absolutely.
Okay, then he is going to take a bite at the one that I slashed at. So at number 1.
Alrighty, roll it. I believe he has an ability called Pack Tactics, doesn't he?
Yes, but I'm not within 5 feet of him.
Oh, you just
and I
have to
would
be...
have to be.
Yeah, you're within 5 feet of the enemy, though. I think that's what it is.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah. That's what it is. So that 16 is his attack roll.
That absolutely hits. He chomps into the Sturge. 4 points of damage. And it also has to make a strength save or be knocked prone.
Nice.
And it just barely manages to hang on.
We'll get him next time, Splinter.
Alright, Audrey. All these creatures are ganging up on your wolf. What do you want to do? I think you got like a bow or a sword or something. Alright, you want to move in. You want to attack the Sturge that's weakened, or do you want to attack the swarm? Alright, you want to go for the weak one. Alright. Alright, so move your character to right about there, and you'll be able to swipe at it.
And she'll have advantage as well, right?
Nah, pack tactics is only beneficial for Splinter.
No, not because of
Oh,
pack
no,
tactics.
that's right.
The Sturge is still
The
latched
Sturge
on
is
to.
still latched on, and it is latched on to the skunk-smelling dog, yeah. So she would have advantage, you're right.
Good deal. Save the wolf.
Always save the wolf.
Alright, now, click your sword and roll it twice. Or so, click it twice, 2 times. Alright. Unfortunately, that is a miss. As you swing at the Sturge, it manages to duck away. Aurelia, you take 1 point of damage as you start within the swarm's reach. The swarm,
Gross.
like, yeah, they're, like, the outskirts of the swarm are nibbling at your ankles.
Great. Just great. Okay. I don't mind dying here. So I will trade off my sling for my rapier and just pull it out and try to stab a few of these fuckers.
Alright, roll it. Oh, that is a good solid hit.
Nice.
And that's it for me.
Good damage roll, too.
Right? Not bad.
Alright, the rats. Starting with the one up next to you, Aurelia.
wait.
Oh, do you want to do something?
wait, no.
What did you want to
No,
do
no,
something?
no.
Okay. Alright.
No. It's fine. Okay.
They nibble at you.
Nom.
The jerks.
It misses.
And they did indeed miss. And they are going to bolt away from you.
Attack of opportunity, maybe?
Oh.
No?
I mean, right? If they're running away from me?
That's
Okay.
weird. Okay, yeah, 1 second. So that bit of text is supposed to show up when they make their attack.
Oh, okay. The swarm moves 5 feet without provoking an opportunity attack. Okay.
Yep.
Boo.
Wouldn't the swarm, though, have to move that
Oh,
10
it did.
feet
It did.
before?
You're right. It would have had to have done that. It's the moment. They like to move in like a wave, so they would get the You would get the opportunity attack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Roll it.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not great damage, but at least they hit.
Yeah, hit's a hit.
All right.
I like to imagine that since it's a rapier, she's like shish kebabbing them and then flinging the sword to the sides of all the bodies.
Oh, absolutely.
Go up.
Like you just skewer like a whole line of rats, and then you flick them off, and they squirm for like just a moment before they crumple up and just die.
Don't flick them too far. That could be a good dinner.
All right,
Oh,
Audrey, you are being attacked by the swarm now. Oh my gosh, they are just absolutely missing. And you get an attack because they are bolting.
The cowards.
And so does Splinter.
Yes.
Alright, so Audrey, roll one more sword attack because these rats are leaving themselves open to you. Oh my gosh, you both
That's two
absolutely hit.
I don't think he had advantage though, so
No, he just deals the 9.
yeah. That's fine though, 9 is good. Good damage.
The two of you actually, I think... Oh, almost. You're not quite there. You nearly killed this swarm with just your opportunity attacks.
Oh man. Dang. Good damage rolls.
Alright, it's the giant sturges. That's 6 on
Oh no.
a Splinter.
Oh.
Another 6. He's down to 0, isn't he?
Yeah, he's down. Yeah.
No, not the wolf.
But it is your turn now, though. Zilstar.
It is.
What do you
my turn.
have? What you gonna do?
Well, in rage, I am going to once again primal savagery that one giant sturge.
Alrighty, roll it.
I no longer have advantage, right?
Nope.
Just normal roll.
Just normal roll. Unfortunately, that is a miss.
Darn it. Okay, and then I am going to.
What you want to
Can
do?
Huh?
What you want to do?
Can I healing word?
Absolutely, you can healing word to bring Splinter back.
Let's do it.
Splinter has 6 hit points as he hops back up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and as soon as the Sturges were done, they let go.
Oh yeah. Now he will attack number 1.
Alright.
And he attacks with advantage because he's got pack
Tactics. Yes, he does.
12.
That is enough to hit.
Oh, thank you. Oh, 10 damage.
Oh, he tears this thing apart.
He was mad.
He takes his blood back. This thing just spills out his blood as he rips its own organs out. Alright, does he want to do anything else?
I think that's all he can do.
Alright, Audrey. There is a giant bat-like creature with a mosquito nozzle on its face that is draining blood from things, and it's right beside you. Do you want to stab it with a sword, perhaps? If so, then just roll your sword attack. You guys aren't doing too bad so far.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Good job.
I think that's a hit.
That is indeed a hit. Alright. That should be about all you can do. Okay. Aurelia, it is your move now. What would you like to do? The rodents have been dashing in and out, and you can't quite see where they've gone to now, but you can see this nasty sturge.
Yeah, he's hurting the wolf, and I don't appreciate that. So stabby at this one.
Get him.
Oh, that is absolutely. Oh my gosh! Like you
That
just.
seems like a kill shot right there.
That is absolutely a kill shot.
Yes.
Just
You
as.
leave the doggo alone.
Yeah. Just as Audrey has skewered it, she kind of flicks it over towards you and it's flapping around, just barely hanging on. And she pretty much perfectly sets you up for a nice skewer in the chest. And you just have this thing twitching and flailing as it goes limp.
Looking off to the side.
Alrighty. Anything else? Is that it?
That's it.
Alright, the swarms. One comes around, having seen that it is trapped and can't get beneath the door over this way. It leaps up towards Splinter and bites at him.
It just hits.
That does just hit.
Good.
So he deals 3 points of damage total.
Ah, yes.
He only gets there for the 5 feet of movement without provoking an opportunity attack. And then tries to move the rest of the way.
How dare you run?
He couldn't get out of the way of the statue. Alrighty. Roll your opportunity attack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the statue was in the way. He couldn't go down. You absolutely chomp into it as the rats, oh gosh, like, they leap up and bite at him and then they bounce back away, and just as they're bouncing back away, Splinter leans in and chomps a huge mouthful, like big enough so that there's barely any left, and he just rips them apart. And they
Like
are
I said,
dead.
A good dinner.
No.
Alright. There's just one swarm left.
Howard.
And there it is.
Did you just make a full circle?
Zilstair, it's your move.
Okay, how much? I have 30. So I can get right there, right?
Yeah, you should be able to get right there.
Okay. And that is where I will go. And
Yes.
I am going to primal savagery these rats.
Alrighty. Ah,
Ugh,
you
come
just
on.
barely managed to miss. You take a swipe, and as soon as you lunge in, like the center of the rats kind of opens up and you scrape against the ground.
Jerks.
Splinter, it's your move.
Okay, well, he's gonna stomp over these dead bodies and move right there.
Alrighty.
And he is going to attack with advantage.
Absolutely. Those wolf companions, man. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And that's a hit, right? Yeah.
That's absolutely a hit. Oh, he tears into it. There's only there's a small cluster left after he's done just snapping up. It has 1 hit point left.
So close. All right, Audrey, finish him off.
Alright,
Finish it off,
Audrey. It's just right over here. What do you want to do? You want to stab it with a sword? Try and shoot it with your do you have I think you have a bow or a crossbow or something. Yeah, probably you might want to try and shoot it, I think. Don't want to get too close to this. Alright, well, go stab it. You can move to right over there.
Screw you, man. I like stabbing.
Alright, stab away. Oh, that's enough to skewer them. You hop up and sweep around the corner here. And just as those rats were trying to dodge out of the way of Zilster's last attack, you slice into them. And the swarm is dead.
Teamwork. My miss equals your hit.
Yay.
The area is now secure. At least as far as you can tell with living creatures. The portcullis sits before you, and you see no lever to open it easily from this side. So, what do you want to do next?
I would like to just make an investigation roll to look around.
Alright. Most immediately you notice that there is a goblin corpse sitting in this chair over here.
Oh.
It looks like from the waist down, it's been completely stripped clean of flesh by the rats. But it has like a look of horror on what's left of its rotting face. And around its neck seems to be some sort of flute. But it doesn't look goblin-made.
Well, that seems ominous.
Right? I don't like that.
Is there any sort of check I can make to see if I know what kind of a flute or what make it is?
Yes, the bard, if she's interested in it, may also make such a check.
I would love to. What should I do? Perception?
You can do Arcana, you can do Perception, you can do maybe History if you've got it.
I don't. I only have perception.
I will do Arcana.
Alright.
Not question, since I'm a bard and I know my way around instruments. Would I get an advantage?
Don't really know my way around instruments.
Yeah, for the knowledge of instruments, I'll let you have advantage.
Whoop. Oh, well, fuck that. Never mind.
It looks
So much for that advantage.
It looks dusty, but you can't quite tell what precisely it, if it does anything, would do. But you do see that it has a pattern of rats drawn on the edge.
Oh.
And Zilster, you know that there are some magical instruments.
Is that the end of your statement? There are some magical instruments?
Yeah, there are some magical instruments, and that one may qualify as a magical instrument.
Could be magical.
It could be magical. You'd have to go over and take a look.
Gotcha. Another question. Is there anything written in Goblin around here? Like, is there any Goblin writing?
Yes. It's mostly profanity.
Okay. Because
Okay.
I do know Goblin. So I can read Goblin if I need to.
It's mostly profanities and, the equivalent of Splug was here, things like that.
Gotcha. Well, I will make the comment that these goblins are very crude.
Yeah, these are some particularly crude goblins. These are not like many of the ones that you've known from Dargoon or Droam.
Gotcha.
They're the ones that you've met before are a little bit more sophisticated. A few of them are even druids. But these guys over here looks like Dead Derpy McGee number 1 and Dead Derpy McGee number 2.
Not druids.
Yeah, not
Just
druids.
Jerks. Okay, I guess we go over to that door down there and see about opening it. Yeah.
Alrighty. The door gives way as you turn the knob and push forward. It is mostly if you had tried to open this door while you were fighting those rodents, it would have been difficult because behind it is a lot of rubble that's kind of blocking it. But with free time, you're able to kind of force it open without too much trouble. And you have free entry into this room in here.
Nice. So we can go over here and
Yes.
Inspect further.
I wanted. This is why I was like picking a robe or whatnot, but I want to check for traps. I want to check for anything that looks suspicious.
Roll perception then.
Oh dear. Wish me luck.
I do.
Oh!
Hey! It worked!
Alrighty. You absolutely look around and you see basically that lever there will raise the portcullis. You don't see any traps. Nothing feels out of the ordinary. Nothing looks out of the ordinary.
That sounded weird.
Well, you would... Sometimes you can get a sort of sense of when... so if these things...
Right. But the way you said it made it sound like there might be something wrong.
I mean, there always could be something wrong. You don't get the sense that these dead goblins sitting in these chairs will spring to life if you mess with them. They look like they're just normal dead.
Okay, well, I will say to everyone, if no one objects, I would like to pick up this flute to study it later in a better setting.
Oh, well, do you have Detect Magic prepared?
I do not.
I want to identify.
Oh, you have
Ooh.
you have Identify? Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
That works. We should do that, yeah.
All right. So
All right.
I guess.
You take the time to cast Identify? Okay. All right, you all sit down, and it takes an hour to cast Identify, if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it? Or is it not quite that long?
What? This is me asking. Ritual casting.
Yeah, if you're a bard, so you do have ritual casting. You can cast a ritual, or a spell that it can be cast as a ritual. Basically, it means you can cast it without spending a spell slot, but you add 10 minutes onto the casting time.
Do it.
Does it have a ritual tag? I think it does.
Yeah, Identify.
It does have a ritual tag.
Yeah, it is. Identify is a ritual spell, so you may cast it without spending a spell slot. You just tack on an extra 10 minutes of casting.
Yeah, might as well. Everybody get comfortable. I'm gonna sit here and sit at the table and just do it.
All right.
You did move the dead goblin, right? You didn't sit on his lap.
Yeah, no, I just I shoved it off.
Okay.
Yeah, it clatters over. It's like frozen with a look of horror on its face as well.
See if you can find any weapons. A longbow would be real nice as I focus.
They actually have some short bows on them.
I'm taking one.
There you go. There you go.
And about, let's see. Let me take a look.
Adding a short bow.
They have 19 arrows on them, all total between them.
Well, taking all 19.
Nice, nice.
Alright. As you concentrate on the item, you sit and you hold it, and you feel its power kind of seeping into your mind. You see in this image a person, almost like a vague stick figure, playing the instrument and kind of doing a jig. And as he does so, one rat comes, and then two rats come, and then three rats come, and then several rats, all in like little groups, kind of follow him around, Pied Piper style.
Yeah.
As he hops up and down. And then the spell ends, and you know that this is a flute of, I believe it's rat summoning, something like that. I forgot the exact name. But basically, it is a pan flute that will allow you to spend a charge. It has 3 charges, and you can spend one. Let's see, I believe, okay, yeah. You play it as an action, and then while you're playing it, you can spend a bonus action to spend one of those points to summon a swarm of rats. And it's like a full big swarm of rats, not like these little scurrying swarms of rats. And while you're playing it, you don't have direct control over the rats, but if your playing is good, as in you have to roll like a performance check, then you can control what the rats do on their turn.
Okay. So it's a risk, is what you're telling me.
Yeah, let me look up the exact thing. It should be
Pipes of the sewers.
Yeah, that's the one. Pipes of the sewers.
Yeah. That sounds gross, and I don't like these rats, but I am the bard, so I'll like look up at the both of you blinking like, do you? I mean, I don't think any of y'all can play a flute.
I cannot.
It could be used as like a last resort. Summon a bunch of rats. May or may not help or not help.
That could be both useful or detrimental.
Yes, here is the Pipes of Sewers. You do need to attune to it, but you are able to play them, Aurelia.
Awesome.
Sewer
Okay.
pipes. Nice.
Pipes of the sewers.
Alright, and if Splinter would like to spend any hit dice while you're taking a short rest, he can.
Yes. He gets a 1d8, right?
Yep, he has 3d8 hit dice total, so you can roll as many of them as you see fit.
I'm gonna do 2. Does he add anything to the d8?
Yeah, he adds his Constitution modifier. You should be... well, he's an NPC, so I don't know if the hit dice button is there. So just roll 1d8 plus 1 for each time you want to have him heal.
Okay.
So, question. Let's say I
Yes.
had this Pipes of the sewer, and how long does it take to attune to, by the way?
It takes 1 hour to attune to a magic item.
Cool. I want to do that, especially if we're going to keep going through this dungeon.
Gosh.
There's more to it. Because, so my question is, it says ordinary rats and giant rats are indifferent toward you, will not attack you unless you threaten or harm them. So, for example, if I had it on me, would the swarm have still attack me?
The swarm would not have attacked you.
Yeah, cool. I'm attuning to this. I'm not leaving for another hour.
Yeah, it is rat friend central with this item.
Cool.
Yes. Let's see. I think... Did I add this? Yes, I did. I added it to the thing. All right, you can all see it. Its little entry over here in the tab with all the characters and all that, right?
Yeah. We should make a like playable character tab and then like treasure tab.
Yeah, we need to organize that.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm a secretary, so and like looking at this gives me like I need to fix it. This isn't working.
And we can't fix it, Ben. You have to fix it.
I'm sorry, I can't fix it. I can't make it organized.
Oh, yeah, let me pause the recording while we're doing this. Just 1 second out there, folks. All right, and we are back. A little bit more organized, a little bit more streamlined. Let's go.
Okay. So you're all attuned to the pipes?
I'm attuned to the pipes, so rats should leave us alone.
All right. Oh, and while you identified it, you realized it is of human make. It is for the purpose of cleaning this city. So they had a handful of them scattered throughout. Whether or not these have survived, others have survived, you don't know. But they would keep. This was their pest control method in this city when it was in its heyday. They would summon all the rats out of the city, and Pied Piper just have them leap into the river.
Nice.
And now it's going to help you.
So, I have another question.
Yes.
Okay, so it says here that I have to make a charisma check and beat their wisdom check. But that if I lose, they behave normally. But that doesn't mean they attack me, right? Because it says that rats are indifferent toward me. So basically they come there and they're just like, I'm going to ignore you and all the things that you say. Bye.
Yeah, they're just going to kind of be there. So
Okay, cool.
if you happen to I'll throw in the rat swarm stats, like the basic rat swarm stats, just so you can take a look at what they do.
Thank you.
So they ignore her, but not us, right?
Oh, no. I'm hoping that it's a party thing. Like they just see, like, I'm with these people. Don't attack me.
Yeah, they ignore her. If they're hungry enough to go after you, it's a different story, but that's only if she fails her charisma check, and she's a bard, so...
I shouldn't.
You shouldn't.
I mean, I might, but
But we all know that the dice aren't always favorable.
Yeah, no, and toward me specifically.
All right, so now we have to figure out where to go to continue, yes?
Yes, that is correct.
And I'm assuming we came in the door that's in the top left.
Yes, you basically just ran into whatever was the closest abandoned-looking building that you could find, and this was it.
Okay.
Yeah, this particular building doesn't seem all that important, but the rest of the city should be yours to explore if you wish. Or if you want to try and... Yeah.
We're not in building 6.
Yeah, you're not in the 6th building yet.
Okay. I say we continue on there.
Alrighty.
If everyone else is in agreement.
I'm in agreement.
Alright. You press onward, journeying through the streets, careful not to get caught again. As you go, I would like for someone to roll me an ability check.
Oh, shoot.
Either stealth, persuasion, intimidation would be alright. Let's see. history, athletics. One of those, and we should be good.
There's lots of choices. I have a +4 in history.
All right, you can roll history.
Did you want only one person to do it?
No, let's see. I want each of you to roll one,
Can you tell,
Including Splinter?
including Splinter.
Okay.
can you tell me what it was again? I'm sorry.
It can be athletics, persuasion, history, investigation, or stealth.
Stealth it is, dude.
19 stealth off of Splinter and a 16 history off of me.
Alrighty. You actually, Zilstar, you managed to recall a shortcut. Looking at your map and trying to... Yeah, looking at your map, you kind of... Because this map is a little bit outdated since the goblins have been ruining everything. You managed to navigate a shortcut from where you are to the building up at Area 6. Which is actually an inn.
Thank God for your high roll.
Oh no!
Well, I got a 12 total because I have a gift in the shop. So
That's right, she does get to roll a d4 on her stealths. Because she is a special sneaky elf.
performance.
Yeah, but I'm also looking at that.
No, I didn't want to talk about that one.
Oh, I just noticed that.
No. Oh no!
Alright. As you guys are moving forward. Let's see. Wait, hang on 1 second. Is there anything... No. Yeah, unfortunately, as you're sneaking along...
Don't say things like that.
You manage to get to where you're going. But Audrey, just as she's coming up, she trips on an open, like the edge of a pothole, tumbles over and splashes into a puddle. And as she tries to get up, and she just keeps slipping and falling, and it's just this this echoing splash, splash, splash. Just to try and get back up. Rocks crumbling, and you see a pair of goblins round the corner and look you in the eye. One of them has a horn. I'm gonna need whoever thinks that they can... Well, basically, anyone who wants to try and do this, you can. If you'd like to roll Intimidate to try and scare him off, or if you'd like to roll Persuasion to try and bribe him to stay quiet, you absolutely can.
Yes, I would like to do either of those things. Can I just shout "Wait" in Goblin?
Yeah, that'd be Persuasion. Roll Persuasion.
Good luck. Oh,
Yeah.
should I give you a Bardic Inspiration? Does Bardic Inspiration work for these things?
Yeah, Bardic. Yeah, absolutely. Bardic Inspiration can work for these things if you inspire him real quick.
I'm gonna inspire you real quick, and I'm
Yes,
just gonna be like,
inspire me. Inspire me.
"You can do it." Alright, so I
Okay.
give you a D6.
All right. So
Hold that
So
D6.
roll a
that's
d6.
an 11. And
Yeah.
then a D6.
14.
Oh,
All right.
that's not great.
The goblin.
We'll see.
The goblin does. He's a little green guy, and his friend with the horn, who's about to blow it, is kind of a little brownish yellow guy. And the green guy holds up his hand, and he's like, "Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Maybe they got something for us." And he kind of rubs his fingers together, and he says, "Yeah, you got anything for us?" And he, like the money's, when someone wants money.
Yes, of course. Of course, that's what they want.
Yeah. You got 5 gold on you? Yeah, 5 gold. As they kind of start to inch towards you.
Well, so you got 5 gold?
Yes.
And over.
That is half of my gold.
We'll make more. It's fine.
I will begrudgingly give them 5 gold.
Alright, the goblins take the gold. And they're like, yeah, we'll be in touch. Yeah, in touch. And they kind of go back away.
Ugh.
Nothing
Oh,
over
boy.
here. And they
What have
kind of
I
shout.
done? Wait, did I catch their names?
They did not give you their names. But you can, I mean, if you want to go and talk to Green and Yellow, then you can.
No, I'll just call them Booger and Earwax.
Fair enough.
That just
That's
so
their
happens
names
to be
now.
their names.
Wow, good guess.
Booger and Earwax. My goblin comrades.
Alrighty. But you are now in a dilapidated, basically abandoned inn. The inside is pretty much hollowed out. The beds are ripped to shreds. Feathers line the floor. It's hard to see, like, past all the mess. But it is largely empty.
Okay. Now, you said the scrolls that we had would let us know if we were close, yeah?
Yes, the scroll will give you some indication as to whether or not you are nearby, or whether the stone itself is nearby.
Okay, well, I think we need to take a look at the scroll.
Alrighty. You take out one of Triona's scrolls, and you read from it. As you're reading, it kind of flashes. The whole thing bursts into flames. And as it burns from the bottom up, behind it, where you had held it, it gives you kind of an arrow pointing away from the inn. It points back towards let's see. It points west with a gentle lean towards the south.
West with a gentle lean towards the south.
Yes, from your current position of the map,
So-
which is
so building
6.
5.
Yes. Oh wait, not west, east. I keep getting that. I
So
always get those
building
directions.
7.
Yeah. Yes, 7. The 7th building.
I
Which-
guess we're going there.
You noticed, you actually caught a glimpse of it as you were entering this one. It looks like it's some kind of stables.
Building 7 looks like stables.
Yes, it looks like stables.
Okay. Do we want to search the inn for anything that might be useful, or do we just want to continue on to the stables?
You think you could do either one.
Yes, that's why I asked.
Yeah, do you want to go over there or do you want to stay here? That's a good question. What do you want to do then?
I don't know, do either of my party members have an opinion on whether to just continue or search the inn for anything that might be useful. That was a very devious laugh. So maybe now is a good time to continue.
Let's go.
All right, you want to go
All right.
off? All right, you want to go off to towards the stables.
Yes.
Excellent. All right, now that you're entering into the thick of the city proper, you see it in all of its fallen glory. Paved cobblestone streets lead deeper into the city, but 2-foot wide potholes stand out like eyesores. In particular, the occasional potholes stuffed with humanoid corpses. Numerous rectangular buildings, some residential, some business, stand beneath bloody graffiti and goblin, and almost all universally boast broken windows and shattered doors. The few that stand have doggy doors, only to be used by families of 3-foot-long rats bickering over crumbs. Signs and posters advertise models of constructs, spellcasting services, and hot spring deals, but can only be barely seen through the mocking vandalism and long rips. As you approach the stable, however, you see that it has long since been bereft of horses. In their place are snarling wolves.
Oh boy. Have they seen us?
They have not yet. What would you like to do, knowing that now?
Sneak around it?
Flee around it, yeah.
My stealth is a +0.
Mine's a +5. +6. I'm sorry, plus a D4.
Let's see. Is Speak with Animals a ritual spell?
Who has that?
I thought you did.
Oh no, you have Animal Friendship.
Right. And I'm also out of spell slots.
You could go rest at the inn.
Wait, short rests don't give back spell slots, do they?
No, not. There's a few class features that'll give certain
I
kind
don't
of.
have
Yeah,
one,
you don't
though.
have that yet.
Darn it.
So otherwise you'd have to take a long rest.
Right.
And you're a druid, so you can change the first level spells you've got picked out after a rest. So
That's true.
if you want to top yourselves off a bit.
I mean, do we want to go take a long rest? Because Splinter isn't at full health either.
And he has spent all of his hit dice.
Yes.
Well, the doggo's the most important. If the doggo's not ready, then we must.
Okay, then we're going back to the inn and taking a long rest.
All right. You head back. And as you do, roll me some stealth.
Oh, come on, man, come on.
Stealth?
Yeah, you can do stealth, perception, athletics.
Oh, no.
Hey, guess who's back?
Wait a second. It's 10. Technically 10.
But it's still a crit fail, though.
It was 10.
But you rolled a 1.
It's still a 6. And then +4. It's a 10.
I can roll history, right? You said that was one that we could roll earlier.
Yes, history's one you can roll.
So
All right.
they're back.
Um.
Booger and earwax.
Yep. Booger and Earwax are back.
Ugh.
I literally just saw you.
Really? Did you just see us? Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it
just
was.
now.
It feels like a long time. Long time no see. Yeah, yeah. They kind of go back and forth. So, you want to hear us play? And he holds up his horn to summon other goblins.
No.
And one of them takes off like a dingy hat and sets it in front of him like, "Oh, you sure? Well, we'd like to play. Yeah, we're performers."
What if I have a better deal for you?
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Oh boy.
Good luck. I'll give you a bardic inspiration. For
I
it.
don't need it. I don't need it.
A guy like you seems like he would know something better. Yeah. And they kind of both nod in agreement. All right, what do you got? What's up your sleeve?
Are you aware of the wolves in the stables?
Oh yeah, we fed him gumshoe last week. Yeah.
Shoot. So wait. These wolves are owned by the goblins?
Yes.
Oh, darn it. Well, there goes that plan. That's all I have. Oh gosh. What if we're searching for something very powerful in the city, and what if we can use that to help you become more powerful?
That'd be really swell. We could drive out the severed eyes. It's like, and one Earwax kind of nudges Booger. I like that idea. Say, you haven't seen any of the severed eyes yet, have you?
What is the severed eyes?
Oh, they haven't seen the severed eyes yet. Ah, that's bad. Yeah, you don't want to see the severed eyes. No. The severed eyes are an orc group who've been kind of pushing into our territory. See, whenever they come across someone who's got some information that they think they've got, they'll take out their brand and sear their eyes shut.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, if you guys, the goblins, help us, we can help you.
Say Earwax. And Booger kind of nudges Earwax. Yeah? And he says, wasn't there someone? There's a library around here somewhere. Maybe Rort's seen it. Maybe he knows something. Oh yeah. Where was the library again? Says Earwax, and Booger says, I don't know. Did we burn it? I don't know. We burned a lot of stuff. And they kind of go back and forth, pondering. Huh. But yeah, that's probably where you ought to look. Go look for a library. And yeah, we'll keep quiet for now. I think You got a plan. And hey, maybe you win, and maybe you take out all the severed ice for us, and we get to keep our place ours. And maybe you lose and you just take a few of them out. Maybe we mop up the rest later. Sounds like a win-win to me.
Exactly.
Yeah. And then they kind of go their way. Well, see you later then. And they... and just as Earwax is turning the corner, he pulls out his horn. He doesn't blow it, but he kind of waves it and says, "Yeah, I'll be working on my musical talents. I'll have to come by and show them to you again."
I really hate
boy.
these goblins.
Oh boy.
I really dislike them.
Well, that bought us some time.
Mhm.
Yes, and as you look around on your map, you actually do see that there is a library.
Oh, good. What number is the library?
1 second. It is number 3.
Yeah, that does look like a library.
Pull back up that map. Yeah, number 3. It would be directly south of you.
Okay. But we are heading into the inn to take a long rest, yeah?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Did we make it, or are we gonna have to talk to these guys again?
Well, Burger and Earwax have... They seem interested in your proposition, at least enough to give you some leeway in your sneaking, at least in this particular moment. So you've noticed that the patrols are a little less frequent and attentive as they go across about the inn. No one seems to be going in to the inn. They mostly seem to be sticking to vandalizing other buildings. Things like that. The inn seems to be yours for the time being.
Nice.
All right. You settle in for a long rest, weary from your day of adventuring, hiking through the woods and a river, and going all across the city, fighting off rodents and flying monstrosities. You rest easy.
Question: at what time did we get to the end?
Oh,
My
and
question is so that I could, if there's any way I can make any money for me.
I'll make some money. You want to make some...
If they keep coming, we need money.
Wait a second. We're trying to not be found.
Yeah, but it'll be fine. Like,
What? Oh my.
like not any, like street performers that are just like shabby looking kind of deal. Like no, like they're just tossing coins to them.
Yeah, there's none of that in this city, like, at all.
I would like to hide in the deepest, darkest corner while she's trying to make money off of these goblins.
I was just checking. If not, it's fine.
Yeah, like, the most musically inclined goblin you've seen so far has been Earwax with his horn. All the rest are
And we didn't
just
even hear him
vandals.
play.
Yeah, basically.
And do you really think we're gonna get money from these extortionists?
Real. You never know.
I mean, yeah, you do never know. I mean, you could try.
Oh my goodness.
You
If
never
she
know.
tries, I am hiding.
Oh, calm
That's
down.
all I'm saying.
I just asked a question.
So, I guess then it's a matter of where exactly would you like to play?
No, it's fine. If I don't see like where I can be like oh my English language, inconspicuous, there you go, then I wouldn't do it.
Okay.
But you're gonna be broke. I ain't paying them anything. It's all up to you.
I mean, for now, being broke is okay. I know money's coming my way.
Right. All right. Well, you rest. And unfortunately, we're gonna have to call it here. Thank you guys for playing. We will try to play again next week, same time. Thank you all out there for watching. Please remember once again to touch that like button, subscribe to join the Skeleton Crew, and if you enjoy the content on this channel, check out the links in the description below. It would really mean a lot for some support. Thank you so much, and we'll see you all next time.